said get your fucking hands up. Get up. Get up. I'm talking to you. Get the fuck up! Get your fucking hands up! Get out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Let go. Get your fucking hands up! Get out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Hands down. Pray for me. Hands down now. Pray for me. Get your fucking hands up! Get out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Yeah.
Howdy gents. Today we will be discussing an aircraft that was the face of a show that got me interested in aerial warfare, and let's face it, is largely responsible for me playing this game in the first place, the F4F Wildcat. The F4F Wildcat was designed by legendary manufacturer Grumman as a response to their latest biplane design getting shown up by the Brewster F2 Buffalo in the late 30s. Entering service just before the outbreak of war in the Pacific, the Wildcat proved itself a hardy fighter plane, and in skilled hands could go toe-to-toe with enemy fighters. In the skies over the Coral Sea, Midway, and Guadalcanal, the Wildcat held the line in the sky and carved its name into the annals of naval history, though it was eventually replaced in frontline service by more capable designs, like the F6F Wildcat or F4U Corsair. The Wildcat was kept in service in secondary roles, such as the primary fighter of the tiny escort carriers, and as such made it all the way up to the end of the war, with starring roles in great naval battles like Leyte Gulf. So how does she play in War Thunder? In game we have two versions of the Wildcat, the F4F3 and F4F4. Both aircraft play almost completely the same, with a slight edge in firepower to the Dash 4, but since at the time of writing the left aileron does not have a working animation on the 4, so I almost exclusively fly the Dash 3. Quality control issues aside, the Wildcat is an absolute barrel of joy, with the defining features of the Wildcat experience being its surprising maneuverability and hard-hitting guns. With the exception of the Japanese, the F4F can dance with every fighter of its BR, and it is always fun to see their pilots' desperate attempts to escape a Yankee that latched onto their tail and that they can't shake off, no matter what they try. To truly master the Wildcat though, there is something that you must understand, and that is similar to most overweight Americans, it does not climb, like at all. The Pratt & Whitney R-1830-86 engine only puts out around 1100 horsepower, with about a 111 more on takeoff. With a noticeably slow climb rate, you will often find yourself well below the fight, and if you ever raise a nose above level, you rapidly lose airspeed. Throwing the Wildcat's nose up with too much abandon and it's going to be Stall City for you, pal. Better hope your wild shooting damages your target before he reminds you of your place and things. With this unfortunate reality in mind, a lot of your fights in this aircraft will begin with an enemy diving on you from behind. It is therefore imperative, by order of Fleet Admiral King himself, that you become proficient in reversals. Helpfully, the Wildcat is a tough old girl and easily shrugs off a surprising amounts of damage. Combine this with the fact that a lot of low-tier pilots want to turn fight everything regardless of their energy advantage, and it becomes possible to flip the script with staggering frequency and remind the wearaboos of the fact that just because they can climb higher doesn't mean they are any good at the game. Should opportunity come a knockin', and you find yourself above your target, you can use the beefiness of the Wildcat to your advantage. The Wildcat rapidly builds up a lot of speed and dives, all without losing too much maneuverability. Use this to run down aircraft that by all rights should leave you in the dust, and should you find yourself overshooting, just pull the nose up a tad and lose a little of that speed. With the tried and true boom and zoom in your repertoire, even higher BR aircraft will have a reason to fear the Wildcat. And that will bring us to the end of the review. I have greatly enjoyed my time in this legendary aircraft, and I believe that you will too. It's just too iconic, too effective, and too fun for the amount of people who have told me that they just skipped it on their path to mid-tier, which is a shame. If you fly American aircraft, then you owe it to yourself to give this warbird a shot, and who knows, you may even like it as much as I do. And that is the F4F Wildcat in 2021.